Have you ever wondered exactly how to prepare healthy food that actually tastes good? Well, stay tuned while Avita Tizano and yours truly, Nice Collins, show you just how to do it and give you something better, a taste of paradise.
Welcome to A Taste of Paradise. My name is Avita Tizano. And don't we all love fries? Yes, but fries do not love us. They're high in saturated fats and they're not good for us. But today, I am going to show you two variations of fries that is very good for you. First, we're going to use the jicama, and then second, we're going to use the avocado. So let's go to the jicama recipe first. 2 jicamas sliced into thin strips, 1 tablespoon of olive oil, 1 tablespoon of paprika, 1 tablespoon of onion powder, 1 teaspoon of Himalayan salt, and 1/4 of a teaspoon of chili powder. This is a real simple recipe. Very, very, very easy and very quick. So we have the jicama cut into fries first in thin slices. At first, what I'm going to show you is how to cut a jicama. It's real simple. It's a kind of hard fruit, but this is hard vegetable, but it is very easy to cut. So you just cut it and just peel it back like this. Just real simple. So after it's cut into strips, you take the strips and you just sprinkle on the olive oil first so the seasonings will stick to the jicama, and just toss it around. And I like to put the salt on first. And we're using Himalayan salt because most of the white commercials, the salt that's in the supermarkets are bleached. Onion powder, garlic, paprika, which gives it a wonderful red color, a little cayenne, and chili powder. I'm going to save plating this to the end so we could show each one of the recipes. So now we're going to go to the avocado fries. 1 cup golden flaxseed ground, 2 tablespoons chili powder, 1 teaspoon of onion powder, 1/2 teaspoon of garlic powder, 1/4 teaspoon of cayenne pepper, 1 teaspoon of ground cumin, 1/4 teaspoon of Himalayan salt, and 2 large avocados. Now, this is a simple way to open up an avocado and take the seed out. You just twist it, and it's simply easy. And we're going to just slice the avocado in slices. Avocados is my favorite fruit. It's so creamy and delicious, and I eat it on almost everything. So we're going to continue to cut the avocados in strips. And this recipe is very easy, and you don't have to, we're going to use a dehydrator today, but if you don't have a dehydrator, you could serve it without dehydrating them. So you want to put the flaxseed, the onion powder, garlic powder, chili powder, the salt, the cumin, and the cayenne, and mix it together. And you want to just drop the avocados in and coat them really, really well. And after you have coated them, you want to get your dehydrator sheet and just place them on a place them on the sheet and dehydrate them overnight. I would say for about 8 to 10 hours. And now we're going to do some ketchup. And the recipe for the ketchup, 1 cup sun-dried tomatoes and 6 medjool dates soaked until softened, 1 cup tomatoes chopped, 1/4 cup of onions chopped, 2 tablespoons of lemon juice, 1/4 to 1/2 cup water from soaked sun-dried tomatoes, and 1/4 teaspoon of Himalayan salt. So we want to put the softer or the liquid ingredients in first. So we're putting in the tomatoes, and this is the water from the soaked sun-dried tomatoes. And I keep this because I use this in soups and also in dressings, and it's really good. It adds a lot of flavor. And the lemon juice, the olive oil, and the garlic. We put the onions in, and then the dates. And you want to do it in stages because you want to make sure that all your ingredients are thoroughly blended. And the last ingredient is the sun-dried tomatoes. I'm going to give it a little stir. So let's plate it. These are the avocado French fries, the jicama fries, and put a little ketchup in here. And I want to try one of them. Very, very good. Crunchy, and you have a little spice. These fries are so good. And you don't have to worry about fattening or cholesterol because they are not fried. They are vegetables and they are raw. So remember to live life fresh.
Mamma mia, Frutti pizza. I know y'all are like, nice, he done lost it now. Yes, I did say fruity pizza. And I'm not talking about the unpredictable fruit that we've done before, you know, the tomatoes and the avocado and the bell peppers and all of that stuff. We're talking about fruity pizza. Yes, you know the Italian runs in the blood. So every season you're going to see something that has to do with pizza or pasta or something like that. But this time, we're going to do a little twist to it. Yes, we're going to make a fruit pizza, the one that tastes really, really good. And I'm truly excited because we're also going to color it like a rainbow. Many times you ever notice when you look at toppings, it's just all dry and looking tired and stuff. Well, this one is going to be a fresh one. Avita will be proud of us. She will be really so excited. But there's only one thing. We did have to cook the crust a little bit, but I know she'll forgive me. But everything else is living life fresh. So you're going to enjoy this one, and a pizza is crucial. Now, a lot of people, when they're trying to live a healthy lifestyle, they become a little sad sometimes because they say, well, what do I do with my pizza? Because most times the pizza or the crust or whatever is made from white flour. Then you got all of this cheese on top of it, which is causing problems there with the cholesterol and the blood pressure and stuff. And they always say, man, I have to give up pizza. Well, watch this. Don't worry. You don't have to give up anything anymore. We already did the other type of pizza. We call it a pizza, but this one is going to be a Frutti pizza. But one of the key ingredients now to the pizza is the crust. I know you were about to say the sauce. We're going to get to that, or the toppings, but you need a very good crust. And so in order to make this Frutti pizza from Mamma Mia, we're going to have to make a good crust. So let's look at a simple recipe that you can knock out Mamma Mia's Frutti pizza crust. All you need is 1 cup of unbleached flour, 1 cup of whole wheat flour, 1 teaspoon of salt, sea salt, 1/2 cup of water, and 1/2 cup of oil. Oil, as simple as that. Yes, that's all you need to make this crust. This thing is simple. Of course, you know what it is. It's the thin crust. We're going to do the thin crust today, but this crust tastes so good, it's almost like communion bread, all right? Don't get me in trouble. Don't tell my pastor I said that, but this is good stuff. So what we're going to do is we're going to take the flours. We're just going to pour those in here, all right? So we have the unbleached, then we have the whole wheat flour. Then we're going to go ahead. We're going to put that salt in there, the sea salt as well. And we're going to mix those items up nicely there. Just make sure you do it properly so we get no salty spots in our crust there. And then we're going to make a little, you know me, I always like to make some little hole here. We're going to take the water. We're going to put the water in there. And also we're going to take the oil, all right, the olive oil. You know, use what you want there, but preferably, you know, they say the king of all oils is the olive oil, all right? So we're going to mix those up. We're going to get like a nice little dough. You can't have pizza without the crust because it has a good dough. So not no frozen one prepared for you already in the store. This one we're making from scratch, and I encourage you to get the kids involved. Unfortunately, you ask the kids where does pizza come from this pizza shop, from this company, that company. I'm not going to do any promotion here today. They already did enough. And they don't realize that they can make the pizza themselves. A matter of fact, this crust is so good. Let's say you didn't want to put fruit topping on it. You can put the other toppings as well. So please write this down and apply it. You see right here, it's going to get nice and thick. This is your dough. And you know what's going to happen today. I'm going to have to get my hands dirty. Because we have to knead it properly so it comes out really nice. But you see, I'm trying to do as much as I can without. So I'm going to put this down. It's time to get dirty in the kitchen. And if you come out the kitchen not dirty, you wasn't cooking, all right? So I'm going to take that. I'm going to move this bowl. I'm going to get that going right there. We're just going to get it to a nice consistency there. We just want to mix it properly. Oh, man, look at that. The kids will love this. And I guarantee you this. If you teach them now how to do it, man, they will make this for the rest of their life. They'll make it for generations, to the 3rd and 4th generation. The curses are not the only thing that run in the family, but the blessings do too. And you can do that by teaching your kids. Please, take some time out. They say the family that prays together stays together. I want to take it to the next step. What do they do when they're about to eat? They pray. So they pray, then they eat. So the family that eats and cooks together will definitely, by God's grace only, stay together. So what we have there is the nice pizza dough, and we're going to get all in it. Forgive me, it's not going to be the prettiest thing right now, but work with me. And then you know how we do it. Oh, I'm making a mess here. You know how we do it. You're trying to get that going, and you just make it round and round and round. Oh, man, a long time ago, my mom had me making this stuff, hundreds of them for the community. And I'm like, Mom, these guys could cook for themselves. Why are we cooking so much food for the community? She said, just do it, son. And, you know, back then, it was a miracle that I was able to even ask a question. Normally, you don't ask questions. You just do as Mama says. And so we always made food for the community. We used to make what is known as roti, okay? You know, my mom's from Trinidad, so we made roti, hundreds of roti and bread and all this stuff. And I'm like, Mom, you're spoiling these people. They can make their own. And she says, son, just do as I say. And real quick, before I finish my story, we're going to take this item, the dough, we're going to put that on there. We're going to make it even more now. And she said, just do as I say. And so after a while, I noticed she would feed the community. Literally, there'll be lines at our door. Lines of people at our door going ahead and eating all of our food. But you know what happened? When the crusade time came, or they had an evangelistic series in the area, all my mom had to do was like, hello, everybody. They say, yes, Miss Jones. She says, I'm going to church. You want to come with me? They say, sure, let's go. And literally, you remember the lines that was at our door for food? There was literally a line of people following Mom to church. And I said, oh, she thinks she's smart. But when you look at the life of Jesus, he fed the people. He fed them, he met their needs, and as a result, what did he say? Come and follow. He bid them to follow. So I think you all should do it. Now I truly understand what it means by what? There's more religion in a loaf of bread, but I'm going to change it up. There's more religion in a Frutti pizza than any word that you can say. So when you make this, make enough for everybody, your neighbors, your friend, invite them over, and man, you're going to have a good time. So here we go. There is our pizza dough. It looks a little suspect, you know, but work with it. You're not going to be looking at the dough when it's all done. You're going to look at the Frutti pizza. So what you're going to do, you're going to take this, put this in the oven at about 300, 350 degrees till it becomes, don't cook too much, but it has to be nice and ready there. And I'll show you a little example. How can you tell that it's not too doughy? Because you don't want to wait. You don't want to come out too early where it's doughy. You want it to come where it's nice. And you take your fork and you stick it in there to make sure it's ready to roll. And this is it. This is it. This is ready. Your dough is done and finished. Now, this dough is so good, or this crust is so good, literally, you can eat it by itself. I'm telling you, I think this may be the same recipe for communion. I don't know. Somebody tell me. Let me know. But this thing is so good. You take a piece of that, put it in your mouth. It melts in your mouth. And this is the key also for using whole grain items or whatever, because digestion begins in the mouth. And let me explain real quick what I mean. With whole grain items, they need to be cooked properly. Like a lot of people these days, they're into this like raw oats and raw this and raw that, and that's good, like the fresh foods that Avita has been cooking. But let's look at oats per se, real quick with the oats. When we look at oats, oats need proper cooking. Why? Because digestion, when you don't cook it properly, this is oats now. All right. When you don't cook it properly, as a result, it doesn't digest properly. All right. So now what we want to do, they say sometimes like about 1 to 2, maybe 2 hours is a good time to bake down those oats. One person says, I don't believe you. You're just making this stuff up. I said, look, in the Spirit of Prophecy, there's a book called Ministry of Healing or Counsel's Diets and Food. It said grains used for porridge or mush should have several hours of cooking. All right. And that's those items. The stuff that Avita is making, phenomenal. That don't need any cooking. Just eat it. But the grains need cooking, and as a result, it starts to break down that whole grain there in your mouth. Let me just tell you a little story. Anybody ever went to communion? And when you went to communion, like you were so hungry that as a result, you know, when they pass the communion tray, and you ever notice how some people, now don't look to anybody, they be looking in the tray, they be like, what are they looking for? They want the biggest piece of communion. And when I was young and small, before you were around, I used to be like, man, she looked for the biggest piece. She must have sinned really bad. Well, I didn't know they were some people. Forgive me. I was a kid. That's all I was thinking. I was like, man, she's greedy. I didn't realize she was being greedy, but she wasn't, of course. You know, maybe she just wanted to make things right. But do you ever notice when the pastor said, hey, now you may partake? Now, when you ate that bread, did you just chew it down and swallow it real quick? You were like, no, because you were a little hungry. And, you know, it was a special sacred moment there. But you let it sit in the mouth and start chewing it. You like literally chewed that thing till you couldn't chew it anymore. And it started to taste what? Sweet. It wasn't that the sister added sugar to it, but when you start breaking down the grains or the starches, they turn into what? Yes, you got it right. It turns into the glucose, because digestion begins where, everybody? In the mouth. So this is why, at least with the whole grains, such as oats, those need proper cooking. All right. So I hope people are like, what? No more raw oats? Here's how you can do it. If you like to eat the oats like it is, then take it when you buy it, put it on a flat tray, put it in the oven, toast it on low heat for about 200 or 250. Don't cook it to death now. Just toast it, so then when it's time to eat, you'll notice that it starts to taste sweet. Who can tell me why it's tasting sweet from our class that we just had? Because you are now digesting the oats or the whole grain. Woo! Enough of Digestion 101. Let's get back to the Frutti Mamma Mia pizza, all right? So now we have our crust here, and what we need to do, you ready? I'm over here, I'm looking here because I need my blender. What we need to do is we need to make a sauce for it, all right? And a sauce is crucial. You remember the key to pizza is in the what? In the sauce. So here it is, a simple Frutti pizza sauce for you from Mamma Mia. All you need is 1 cup of soy milk, 1 1/2 cup of oil, 1/2 teaspoon of sea salt, 1/4 cup of sweetener, evaporated cane juice crystals, honey, whatever you have, 1/4 cup of pineapple juice or even lemon juice if you want a little extra kick, and 3 slices of peach. Yes, that's all you need for the whipped cream. And as a result, you want to have your toppings. The key is your toppings color your plate like a rainbow. We're going to get into that here in a second. But let's go ahead and make this. So you take the oil. Now, we've been using a little oil here this season. And the reason why sometimes is because we notice that some people, they may only eat items that doesn't have a little bit of fat in it. And as a result, they get hungry quite rapidly. So as a result, fats take a little bit longer to digest. They don't digest in the stomach, they digest in the intestine there. So we want to make sure we have a little bit of fat, and so if you do use the fat, make sure it's the good one, like that one, the olive oil, okay? But if you don't want to use that, then you can go ahead and just do some nuts, maybe cashews or something like that. I ran out, so I'm sorry I couldn't make it. All right, then I have some evaporated cane juice crystals. Watch this, the little secret ingredient is peaches, about 3 to 4 peaches that's in there. I already dumped that in, and then we have our pineapple juice and our salt. And man, we're just having a good time. This is like the easiest dressing you can make. You could probably make it with your eyes closed. I just can't see what's going on here, so don't do it, all right? Here we go. We're gonna put the top on, and we're gonna get this rolling just for a couple seconds. All right, so it whipped a little bit. Now I'm going to put this in here because I got to mix it up a little bit more. All right, I just wanted to let y'all know. So if you don't have one of these blenders, you just have to mix it up properly, shake it up, as you see there, and then we're going to blend it one more time. Voila, done. Literally, you have now your whipped cream. This is something that you can do. However, do not use it unnecessarily because you may turn around and add on some extra blessings, literal blessings. So this one you want to use sparingly. You remember on your pie chart, your food pyramid, it has what? Oils and stuff at the top, the least. So this one here, you want to use it, but once in the blue. Don't go overboard with it, all right? So here we go. We have that. I'm going to push this to the side. And I want to see if you all can see that here. This is really simple, really easy. This is your, look at that whipped cream. Delicious, tasty. There it is. So what I'm going to do now, this is my topping. You remember? So here we go. I'm just going to pour this out. Matter of fact, I'll just use a spoon. All right, so this is a nice topping that could go on that. Let me just get some more of that. Now this is for special occasions. Like I said, you have too much of this, you're gonna be calling us back like, man, I thought this was, I'm starting to add on extra blessings. Well, that's why we try to balance our blessings. If we're under blessed or we don't have, we're not like that, then this will help us to balance that out. If we're over blessed, then you only want a slice, okay? No more of this. This is the one that you don't order 2 slices. So you put that over there nicely. A matter of fact, you can even stop right here and just eat it. Sometimes people do. You want to get that all around the edges there. I like to go ahead and show a little bit of the crust so you can still have that pizza look. So you all see that crust there. If you cover up the crust too much, then it'll just look like another cake or something like that, all right? So here we go. Now, my favorite part, color your plate like a rainbow. All right, well, color your fruity pizza like a fruity pizza, all right? So now we have so many different colors. Where should I start? I'm not into this interior decorating and the design stuff. Me, I just eat the fruit and whatever. But let's see if I could try to do something. I have some oranges there. You all know orange is good. For the immune system, fantastic. So we're going to put some oranges there. Now, I left a little space because you remember the key to digestion is that it should look good. Look at stuff flying out of my hand. So I have some strawberries. Anybody who's dealing with a little, they haven't used the restroom, I'm going to be discreet, number 2 for quite some time. Do you know a nice box or a carton of strawberries? Strawberries has fiber. So that's very good for that. All right, so I have my strawberries there. What else am I going to add? I need something blue here. All right, so I'm going to put some of those blueberries. Look at me, just making a mess. This is a pizza. Matter of fact, what am I doing? Go ahead, put some peaches on there. Just sprinkle it over. I'm trying to be pretty. Put some mango. Some mango. Put some raspberries, blueberries, you name it. The key is that it needs to look like a rainbow. I'm here trying to be pretty and cute. Lord, forgive me. All right, so you just put all of these items on there. Let me get some of those strawberries as well. And man, who knew that you can have phenomenal topping of fruits and stuff? Let me get some more of these oranges in here, squeeze it in. Is there any other favorites? Don't worry, we're not going to put no olives on this one. I know that's a fruit. I'll hold off on the avocado as well because I want this to be fruity and tasty. And voila, you have something that's good for you. We have the strawberries, which is good for the immune system, good for people dealing with cholesterol. We have blueberries, which is going to give you that 1-2 punch. I mean, say no more. This is good. And you know what? Here's the best part about it. No more baking necessary. This is already done. You just put that out there on the table, and everybody will be like, wow, you a chef. And when they ask you what school you went to, just tell them it's one of the top schools in the nation. All right? It's not on any book. And the only degree you're going to get is good tasting food. And you know what that degree is? Or that school is called a Taste of Paradise School, where we show you how to prepare simple, tasty, healthy food. Matter of fact, where's my knife? I need a knife, somebody, because I'm about to cut this thing and enjoy myself. So here it is, your Mamma Mia Frutti Pizza. Everybody can enjoy. We got all of the different types of fruits on there. If we miss bananas, go ahead. Enjoy banana because we have the Mamma Mia Frutti Pizza. And you know what? Don't even worry about it. Put it in the fridge. It's ready even for tomorrow or the next day. But it may not last that long. Why? Because everybody's going to eat it, especially Mamma Mia. Enjoy. Have you ever